Hi guys, this video is a tutorial showing me teaching a 7-year-old how to create her own 3D just like the one I completed in a previous tutorial. First of all, you're gonna do a horizontal line and you want to measure between here and here. That should measure 10 inches. Check it to see if it's 10 inches. Let's see. So you put the 0 side right there. Yep. That would not be 0. 0 will be at the end of the ruler here. So bring the end of the ruler in line with the green line. There you go. And it should be somewhere near around 10.
It is 10.
10 what? 10 apples, 10 peaches, pears,
10 inches.
Oh, 10 inches. So leave it there. And now you want to find the midway of 10 inches. What would the midpoint be? Tell me the number. If you have 10, you want half of 10.
It will be 5.
Yes, so put a little, see 5 is right there, so right here, put a little line. There you go, so that's your 5. Now, I want you to draw a light line down the middle. So turn your ruler. Make sure this edge is always in line with the edge of the line that you're trying to do, and that's all. Even if that, sometimes your stuff still comes out crooked, so it's a little crooked because look, this top right there is not in line with this edge.
It's right there.
Now, gently push a little firmer here so it doesn't move on you. And you can move a little bit faster. Lighter doesn't necessarily mean slow like a snail.
I'm going.
You're supposed to press it against the ruler, sweetheart. That's how you get a straight line. Wait.
I forgot.
The ruler was just an afterthought. Oh, the ruler is just there to accompany the pencil so the pencil doesn't get sad and lonely. It's not easy drawing lines, is it? Like,
No.
I know. That's okay. It doesn't have to be exactly perfect, but you want to make sure that this is in line there. It's a lot of stuff to keep
Go
track
all the
of.
way down?
All the way down to the bottom. So essentially you're dividing that paper in half. Here we go. So next thing, you gotta press against the ruler. That was not against the ruler. That's why you went squiggle, squiggle, squaggle, squaggle. Tip the pencil should feel like it's pressing against it. All right, so now what you need to do is measure from here to the bottom to see how much you get. So if you want, you can turn the paper around.
This way?
All right, so measure from the outside line of the paper, the edge of the paper, to the green line, and tell me how many inches you come up with. How many inches is that? You just have to look at
8.
8. So to find the midpoint would be what? You divide it in half. 8 divided by 2 is 4. So put a little dash line where the 4 is. And then, if you want, you can do the same thing up here. So you can have a dash line right here, and you can just join the lines. It helps it to make it even. So if you go up here, and you do the same thing, line up with the edge of the paper.
Right there.
Yeah. A little line there. All right, now turn the ruler and match that little dash to the other dash. And then you should start. I'll keep pressuring this side. There we go. I like how you're pressing up against the ruler this time. It makes it a little bit easier. Nice, that's much better. So now what you're gonna do, line up that with the edge again. All right, make sure that's as straight as over a little bit. You're not on the green line, now you are. So now, wherever you find a number, an inch, you wanna put a little dash. So line there for 1, 2, all the way across to 10. 1, try not to make a ruler. 2. Not so dark. 3, just a little. All you have to do now is line up this one with this one, and then draw a line for your vertical line grid. Why? So where's the line? Oh, the first one's right here. So you put it right there, and line it up with the first one at the bottom. I don't see the bottom one. There you go. There we go. have to measure the inch. So start there. Going to put the ruler here. You measure each inch. You're going to put a slash here to go that way. So now you just do the same thing at the bottom. So now you just draw the lines. All right, so if you go from here to here, we know that this is 1 inch. And this is 1 inch. So if you went from here to here, how many inches would that be?
2 inches.
I think that's a good place to start for the top of your A. So you would just draw a thicker line from here to there.
So just draw them.
And the smaller ruler might be easier to manage. Great. So the next thing you have to do is draw a line. So this is going to be the middle of the top of your A right here. That's your first line, your second line. Now we need to figure out how far down we want to go out for your A. The bigger you make it, the more work you have to do.
Bigger.
She's like, okay, I want it bigger. Okay, let me take this back because I think it's too close. So you're going to have to go from here. If you want it out here to about right here, yeah, that's good. So let's start right there. So if you went from, wait, so this is the middle right here. So how many did you have to go over to find that dot on this side? You have to go over how many? 1,
1, 2, 3, 4.
4 inches across. And then you have to go all the way down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So what you're going to do is the other side, just like that. You went 4 inches this way, 4 squares that way. You got to go that way, and then down, and you will get a dot in the same position on that side. So you went from the middle. You went 1, 2, 3, 4. So here's the middle here, and you go 1, 2,
3, 4.
Now how many? You go down 7. 1,
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Then put your dot there. Okay, now the tricky part. So this is where that's how far you go across. Now you're going to have to use the longer ruler because you're going to draw a line diagonally from there to there, not the middle, but to this one over. Press up against that ruler. Great. Now you're going to go from here. Where's my finger? I'm going to see it. Oh, it's right there. Where'd my finger go? Because this camera is right in the corner and it's messing me up. I would think it would be in the middle. So it's like, I keep forgetting I'm looking. Okay, never mind. Okay. So now I diagonal line from this 1 inch out there to that one there. Swing that in right on the dot. All right. It's okay if it moves a bit. Look, just do it on this side. Just finish it there. Lean it up. It's probably because this table's too high. And that's why when you guys are doing handwriting, it's so important that children are at the right size table, because you see how much difficulty she's having with just drawing lines. It's because it's an outdoor plastic table. Great. We're getting there. Can you see the shape of your A coming out? So now you have to decide how far you're going to go in before you go up. So if this is like a half. So if you go that half, 1, 2. But no, the 2 will be over here, which means that this one will be over here too. That wouldn't leave enough space. So you want to draw, you want to go from there. So it's basically 2 squares over. So put a dot right there. So 2 squares in from the first outside dot, and then 2 squares in from the, there you go. I'll take a little red ruler and draw a line from that dot to that dot. All right, future architect in the making. This is what architects have to do when they're drawing plans for someone's house. Drawing things to scale to make sure that they're the same size or same measurements. Beautiful. Awesome. Okay. So we want to go across about right here. Because remember, we're doing like a 3D, like a block. You know how you like when I do my letter, you're like, how do you do those block letters? This is kind of doing the same thing, but you're doing straight lines. So if you go right here to there, that will be a line that comes across at the bottom. Let me go and bring my A so you can see what I'm talking about.
Or just
On one side, I decoupage this.
what's that?
It's basically I covered it with Mod Podge glue and newspaper to get a smoother finish. And I did the whole thing like that, but I didn't put glitter on the front. I didn't, because I knew this was going to be up against the wall, and I just couldn't, and that side would be able to be seen, but from the right. So I didn't feel like glittering the whole thing because I love glitter, don't I? No, I don't. I don't. So what you're making right here is this line right here, and the equal side on that side. There you go. There you go. So this is what we call in math symmetrical. Remember we talked about that before? You draw a line down the same. So this is how you do symmetrical. You have to make sure your measurements are the same on both sides. All right. But it's all good. From there to there.
That's not line is a different color.
Can you go a little darker than that? Press harder. Okay. So now all you have to do is draw a diagonal line from the ruler. Yes, the ruler is your friend. And to the other side, from this dot to that dot. Awesome sauce. And there you go. So next, we're not quite finished. We've got to do this triangle piece at the top.
Oh, now it's looking like an A.
Ah, now it's looking like an A. So this triangle piece. So to do that, we're going to come up here and draw another line from there to there. There you go. The little dotsies can help you. I'll hold that for you. Now press up against. Awesome sauce. So now we need. So this. What shape is this?
It's a triangle.
So if you go from here to there, diagonally again, you'll have your. Yeah. Ooh. Looking good. Looking good. Looking good. Chicken Little. Good enough. I didn't say it. I just said good enough. I just said good enough. Good enough. Awesome sauce. You've got your A. Let's see it. Let's see it. Yes. A for Ameina. And A for Allison. All right. Guess
Are we
what?
gonna fold it in?
Well, sweetheart. This needs to be cut out. Let me go get some scissors.
But
The paper.
okay,
The
these are
scissors.
glued.
Oh, they're glued together. Yeah. My scissors been through a beating. I'm showing off. All right, we'll come back after you've cut this out because I think you know how to cut.
I don't know.
All right, the A is done.
Oh,
Oops, looking good, looking good. No, that's just me, but you can actually turn around your A's. Yeah, you did a good job. Oh, the A is sad. He fell down. Okay. Now, what you have to do is trace it on here. Now, can this fit that way? If not, have no fear. Don't panic yet. I will tell you when to panic. When I do this with kids, I say, you know what? We should probably.
trace that.
It's not going to be that easy because this is a thin piece of paper. So listen, you don't have to be perfect on here. If you make the lines nice and light, so that you know that this is the general shape of it, you can always go back in afterwards with the ruler to make the line a little bit straighter. So don't worry, it's not as easy as it looks. Just gently, there you go. Nice. I cry. It's okay. He's a little inebriated. All right. Let's go across the top. Oh, I already went across there a little bit. That's okay. It's important that we keep it right where it is. Now let's do a light line down that side. Oh, look at your fingernails, and your mother is a nail technician. And your fingernails look like that. So do mine look like this. Whatever. It's like, okie dokie, Smokey, did you do the
trying to
bottom?
take them off.
Wait a minute, we've got, somebody's missing. Oh, Lord have mercy, we forgot that line. Oh, Lord.
I'm trying to take out the take off the nail polish.
Yeah. Oh, you don't have any remover? Well,
I do.
okay,
but-
let's see. Have no fear, because look, this is what your ruler's for. So if you take the ruler, oh, what is that? Look, see? So here you go. Now this guy here looks a little bit wonky, and then you can just do this. So you can always go over lines that are look, because when you're going to cut this out,
I'm cutting that out
yeah,
too.
yeah, a lot of work, huh?
Yeah.
We could have just done the grid on here, but I wanted to show it on white paper first, so you can see it a little bit better. All right. You should have 2 A's. Where's your other A? Let's see. Up, there we go. You got your 2 A's. Awesome sauce!
Yeah.
Yeah, so you need 1 inch strips. That's how we're gonna make it 3-dimensional. So if you just measure out strips that are 1 inch and you go all the way from the top to the bottom.
Oh.
Yep, try not to let that happen. You might want to use a bigger ruler. A longer ruler, I should say.
I erased it.
That's fine. Let me hold this in. I'll hold this in. Where's the other? Make sure the dots. Wait. Where's the other slash? You've got to make sure.
It.
No. It's down there.
No, I erased that one.
No, not that one. That's fine. That one's there. You just have to make sure they're in line like this. You're good to go. Go from the top. I'm up here by my finger. Okay. It's okay. Yeah. Because it's got to be 1 inch anyway. So, meow. Go to the bottom. Meow. Okay. So that's 1 inch there. You might as well see if we can get another inch out of it. So now you're going to measure. Oh shoot, that's still tape. Can I put it down? Yeah. I forgot. I was like, where'd the video get? Like, oh, I forgot. See. Okay, so now you have to measure another inch. There you go. Woohoo! There you go. So you got 2 of that one. So now cut out there on that line and then on this line. What happened? Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for part 2. Should be up there somewhere. Over there. I don't know. But there's a part 2 somewhere.